in the last class, what we have discussed about the uniform flow, and in that flow, we have learned that other than white rectangular channel and trapezoidal channel, triangular channel, we could not find the normal depth directly from the direct expression, isn't it? That things we have learned. So therefore, Das and Bar developed two formula, one for rectangular channel and one for trapezoidal channel. Those formula are experiment-based formula, not a derived formula actually. And with the help of Das and Bar formula, we can calculate the approximate normal depth. Okay, so how we can calculate the exact normal depth? That by assuming the value of normal depth that given from Das-and-Bar formula. That means first of all we have applied Das-and-Bar formula, and after that we will get some approximate normal depth value, and from that value we can find out the exact value. I'll show by trial and error method. I'll show you how we can achieve in exact value. So Manning's formula is what? Manning's formula, V is equal to 1 by n r to the power 2 by 3 sb to the power half. Okay, so q is equal to a into v. So a into 1 by n r to the power 2 by 3 sb to the power half. So this can be written as a r to the power 2 by 3 by n sb to the power half. This k into sb to the power half. What is k here? K is termed as convex. Convex means what? It carrying something, convey, isn't it? So actually this term, this is represented by your k. This is what? This will give you the carrying capacity of that channel, isn't it? Because here A is here R is here, because we know that to carry maximum discharge, what you have to, your perimeter should be what? R by 2. Those things we have derived, isn't it? In your economic channel section, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That means P should be minimum for a given cross section. That means this term A R to the power 2 by 3 and by n, this term represent what? Your carrying capacity of the channel. So that's why it is called convex. Okay. Now again, Z is equal to AR to the power 3, AR to the power 2 by 3, and this is called your section factor. This is called your section factor. Z is equal to A R to the power 2 by 3. This is called your section factor. So sometimes you may ask, find out the section factor of a rectangle which width is this much, depth is this much. So you can easily find out. Just you have to remember what is section factor. Section factor is equal to A into R to the power 2 by 3. And suppose in exam there may be short question also, find out the convex of the channel. Then it is A R to the power 2 by 3 by n. Clear? Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, now suppose for a channel you have to find out the normal depth. So what are the given here? Suppose Q is given, N is given, SB is given, B is given, and suppose Z is also given. Suppose channel is trapezoidal, then Z is also given. Clear? Now, first step is what? Suppose this is a trapezoidal channel, or suppose Z is not given, then this is a rectangular channel. So first step, what you have to do, you have to find out normal depth From what expression? From Dasenbar formula. Un by b to the power 8 by 3 sb to the power half whole to the power 3 by 5 into 1 plus 0.855 q into n by b to the power 8 by 3 sb to the power half whole to the power 3 by 5. Okay, so from this formula, first you have to calculate what? Yn. Now, next step is what? You have to calculate section factor. Calculate section factor is equal to what? A r to the power 2 by 3 by depth computed from step 1. From step 1. See, this is your capital Yn. Don't confuse with this. This capital Yn is equal to what? This capital Yn is equal to small yn by b. This capital Yn. Clear? So don't confuse with that. After calculating capital Yn, you have to find out small yn, and that value you have to put here. A r to the power 2 by 3. That means for calculating area and hydraulic radius. Next step. What was the formula? Q, sorry, that's I'm writing here. Q is equal to 1 by n A r to the power 2 by 3 sb to the power half. So A r to the power 2 by 3 is equal to what? Q n by sb. So now check whether A r to the power 2 by 3 is very close to Q n by root over SB. Now check whether A r to the power 2 by 3 is very close to Q n by root over SB. That means what? By Dasan-Bar formula, we have find out some depth, small yn. That yn I have put here A r to the power 2 by 3. That means for calculating area and hydraulic radius. After that, we have to check whether this value is equal to Q n into SB to the power half or not. That means Q is given here, this value Q given, n is given, and SB is given. If it is very close, not exactly same, if it is very close, then your this assumed depth is that means depth that is calculated from the Dasan-Bar is correct. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very close to Q or not? If very close, then assume depth is correct. If not, what you have to do? Then number 5. If not, then what do you have to do? Assume a new value. If it is not very close to your this value, Qn into SB to the power half, AR to the power 2 by 3 is not very close to this value. Then what? Again, you have to assume a new value. You need not do again Darsan-Bar formula. From Darsan-Bar formula, you are getting some y. Suppose that is y1. If you are putting this value y1 in finding out this your AR to the power 2 by 3, and if you say that this value is not very close to this value, these two are not very close, then what you have to do? You have again repeat the step from step number 2 with a new assumed value. Okay? Repeat from step number 2 with a new assumed value. With a new assumed value. Clear? Am I clear to you what you have to do?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in this way, thus Darsan-Bar formula help you to predict the first assumed value. Darsan-Bar formula help you to predict the first assumed value. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
So next, your normal slope and critical slope. Normal slope and critical slope. Normal slope and critical slope. So what is normal slope? If the discharge Q, bending aspects coefficient and B and normal depth are all given, and slope calculated from that. That means suppose Q is given, N is given, B is given, Yn is given. All these are given, and you are finding out the slope by Q1 by N R to the power 2 by 3 SB to the power half into A. And after that, all the other values are given. Just you have to calculate SB. Then that slope is called your normal slope. That means for a particular distance, for a particular section, for a different section, different normality you are getting. Sorry. That is your normal slope from this expression. What is critical slope? Critical slope is that slope when your critical flow condition is maintained. Clear? DC, if in this formula, if you vary the key, then your SB is varied. And depending upon this Q, your flow condition is also varied. Isn't it? Because your Ford number is equal to what? E by root over GD. So it depends upon V, it depends upon D. So depending upon your velocity and hydraulic depth, this Ford number is varied. And And sometimes you may get subcritical flow, sometimes may you get supercritical flow, sometimes may you get critical flow. So when your flow is critical, then this slope is called your critical slope. Clear? What is critical slope? Clear? Flow slope corresponding to your critical flow is called your critical slope. I think I'm clear now. Am I clear to you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now let's solve some problem from uniform flow. What is the problem? A rectangular, see, I'm not giving you the note for this all problem and derivation. If there is some theory, then also I'm giving you the note. Okay. So you just make your own note from my video. That's why I'm writing in full nowadays, so that you can make your own note. Clear? So a rectangular channel from 1st of October, I think college will be reopened. So at that time, I will check whether you have prepared your note or not. A rectangular channel 2 meter wide carries water at a depth (0.5 meter). The bed is laid at a slope of 0.0004. If Manning's and n is equal to 0.012, find lambda naught is equal to your bed shear stress. C is equal to what? C is constant. F is equal to what? Darcy-Weisbach constant, friction factor. That means, and Pfister is equal to what? Shear velocity. So lambda naught is equal to what? Number one, I'm just giving you the formula. WRSB. W is equal to what? Unit weight of water. So what we have to calculate here? R. So see here. R you have to calculate. 2 meter wide and this is depth, 0.5 meter depth. So R I'm calculating here. For rectangular channel, R is equal to what? A by P. A is equal to how much? 2 into 0.5. P is equal to twice Y plus width, isn't it? 2 plus 2 into 0.5. Clear? Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So ultimately this is how much? 1/3. Isn't it? So from here, W is equal to what? Unit weight of water? Tell me. 9.81 into 1000. 98100, isn't it? Into 1/3 into SB is equal to 0.0004. Clear? 9810 into 0.004 divided by 3, 13.08. Newton per meter square. Next is shear velocity, V star. Sorry, number 2. V star shear velocity is equal to what? Root over G R S B. G is equal to 9.81, R is equal to 1/3, SB is equal to base slope is given how much? 0.0004. 0.0004. And this is equal to how much? 0.0. Class of the solar pressure DS. 61. 0.036 meter per second. Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next, what we have to find out C and F. Next, C and F. Yes. Okay, sorry. So next, what we have to find out C, number 3. See this concept. So C, we have already derived the relationship between Manning's equation, your Darcy-Weisbach equation, and your CG's constant that we have already derived. So what was that? C is equal to 1 by n r to the power 1/6. So 1 by n is how much? 0.012. R is how much? Your 1/3 whole to the power 1/6, and this is equal to how much? Your 69.39 meter to the power half per second. Clear? Similarly, number 4, to find out the F, this expression also derived in our previous class. Hg by F is equal to C. Clear? C now we have calculated from here, number 3, from number 3. So we can calculate F also. So 8 into 9.81 by F, C is how much? 69.39. So from here, F is equal to 0.0163. Clear? You have to remember just this formula. That means your relationship between Manning's constant, Sage's constant, and Darcy-Weisbach constant. Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So next problem, a rectangular channel and always remember, if in exam it is given that a wide rectangular channel, then if the channel is wide rectangular, then you can find out the normal depth directly, because in wide rectangular channel we can neglect the depth compared to width of the channel. So in that way you can find out R also directly, and you can find out normal depth. So thus read the question properly. If wide rectangular channel is given, then you can directly find out from our direct expression, we can find out our normal depth. No need to apply Dasenberg formula. Okay. So a rectangular channel (6 meter) wide carries a discharge Yeah. নহব নহয় একেলগে লিখিলে দুখন বনাব লাগিব বনাই লৈ এখন বনাব দিও আৰু ফোন কৰি কৈ দিয়ক বনাবৰ কাৰণে ইয়াতে বনাই থব A rectangular channel 6 meters wide carries a discharge of 5 meter cube per second at a slope of 0.006. Compute the normal depth and maximum shear on the bed. Maximum shear on the bed. N is equal to 0.014. See, in this question, it is not mentioned that channel is wide rectangular. It's just given a wide rectangular channel. So, from where we will calculate this? We will calculate this from Dasenberg formula, because wide rectangular channel is not given. Clear? We will calculate the normal depth value from Dasenberg formula, and after that we check whether that value is close to that or not. That is, if you are putting the value of yn after calculating yn from discharge formula, Dasenberg formula, then we will say whether discharge is coming approximately 5 meter cube per second or not. Okay. So yn is equal to Qn b to the power 8/3 sb to the power half whole to the power 3/5 by 1 plus 0.855 Qn by b to the power 8/3 sb to the power half whole to the power 3/5. You have to remember this formula for rectangular channel and trapezoidal channel. So yn by b is equal to what? Small yn by b. I'm writing in this way. Q is equal to how much? 5. N is equal to 0.014. B is equal to how much? 6. SB is equal to how much? 0.006. To the power half whole to the power 3/5. 1 plus 0.855 into 5 into 0.014, b is equal to 6 to the power 8 by 3, as b is equal to 0.006 whole to the power half, 3 by 5. Clear? Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So from here, you'll get that yn is equal to small yn, that means 0.33585. Okay. Now, if you put this value in your original discharge formula, not Dasenberg formula, original discharge formula is what? Q is equal to 1 by n a r to the power 2 by 3 s b to the power half. So 1 by n is equal to 0.014. A is equal to how much? B into y. B is equal to how much? 6 into yn is equal to 0.335. Next, r is equal to a by p, 6 into 0.3555 by 6 into 2 into 0.335 whole by 2 by 3, as b is equal to given, it is how much? 0.006 to the power half. If you are putting this, then you will get discharge equal to 5.01 meter cube per second. Okay. So here we can see that this discharge is very close to 5 meter cube per second. So the depth that is computed from Dasenberg formula is approximately correct or nearer to correct. If this value is coming as suppose your 4, this value 4 meter cube per second, then what you have to do? You have to again increase the depth yn. The yn value that you are getting from Dasenberg formula, that means 0.0035335. So you have to increase it. Suppose next you have take trial value as 0.34, and you have to check what you have to check. First, you have to find out a r to the power 2 by 3. Next, we have to check by putting 0.34 whether this a r to the power 2 by 3 is equal to q n to the power q n by s b to the power half or not. If this is equal, then your normal depth is 0.34. Am I clear to you? But here in
Yes,
this
sir.
case, your depth that is calculated from Dasenberg is correct. Next, what we have to calculate maximum bed shear stress. So same formula that just we have calculated lambda naught. Lambda naught is equal to WRSB. W is equal to 9810. R is equal to how much? 6 into 0.335 by 6.2 into 0.335. SB 0.006. So from here you will get 17.78 Newton per meter square. Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next again I will solve one problem. After that I will post some assignment, okay, related to unit to uniform flow. You just solve those problems. It is not possible to solve all these problems in this class. So next is your quickly I am solving one problem. A trapezoidal channel of 10 meter bottom width. That means So this distance is given as 10. A trapezoidal channel of 10-meter bottom width, side slope 1.5 horizontal, 1 vertical, has a base slope of 0.0003. N is equal to, Manning's value is given 0.012. If depth of flow, Yn is given. If depth of flow is 3 meter, compute average velocity discharge and wave shear. Clear? So in this trapezoidal channel, what is given? This depth is given. This is how much? 3 meter. The slope is given 1.51. That means Z is equal to 1.5. So this is equal to 10 ZY. So area is equal to how much? It is suppose this is B. Bottom width is B. So area is equal to how much? B plus ZY plus ZY into half into Y. Isn't it? So ultimately from here what you will get? B plus ZY into Y. So B is how much? 10. Z is how much? 1.5. Why? See, always Z is your horizontal one. If it is given in ratio of 1, always you have to put this ratio. Suppose if it is given like this, 3:2. Side slope is 2:2. Then what happened? This is equal to how much? 1.5 into 3. So ultimately Z is equal to 1.5, not 3. Clear? Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
3. So from here, A is equal to 43.5 meter square. P is equal to how much? B plus 2y root over 1 plus z square. So this is B is equal to 10 plus 2 into 3 root over 1 plus 1.5 square. This is how much? 20.81 meter. God. So A, we have calculated A is equal to 43.5 meter square and B is equal to 20.81 meter. So R is equal to how much? A by P. A is equal to 43.5 by 20.81. This is how much? 2.08. V is equal to 1 by n r to the power 2 by 3 SB to the power half 1 by 0.012 r is equal to 2.08 SB is equal to 0.003 to the power half. So this is equal to 2.39 meter per second. Q is equal to A into V. A is equal to 43.5 into V is equal to 2.39. So this is how much? 102.62 meter cube per second. Lambda Bexier is equal to WRSB. W is equal to 9810. SB is equal to, sorry, R is equal to 2.08. SB is equal to given how much? Slope 0.3. Side slope and base slope is different. This at B is equal to base slope. What that is given as 0.0003. Don't confuse with that. Okay. So this is equal to how much? 6.15 Newton meter square. Clear? Is this problem clear to you?
Sir, in the equation for V, the SB value is side slope or bed slope, sir?
Which equal? Lambda not. In this equation.
No, sir. V, sir.
This is only value are for base slope. V is equal to 1 by n r to the power 2 by 3 SB. SB means base slope. Not this side
Sir,
slope.
you wrote, sir, 0.003. That is why I was confused.
Where?
Sir, in the equation for V.
It is 0.0003. Okay.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Side slope is your 1.5. Side slope. Side slope is also only used for calculating the area or perimeter of that section only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today I'll stop here. I have other classes also. I'm giving you the attendance link.